Said, do you want to introduce yourself to everybody in chat who might not already know you from anything we've done previously? Because I know that we did the big Remix and Gardic phone collab the one time, and I think that's about the only time they've seen you on the channel.
Yeah, that was the first and the last time. So, hello everyone. I'm Rayumi. I'm kinda Suris's sibling because Rima is our mama, and also I'm the magician in training. But instead of learning spells, I just streaming and tweeting or just wasting my time.
Just wasting your
So
time.
nice to see you.
Well, it is.
Yeah, I usually waste just my time.
Well, it's nice to see you as well. So I wanted to bring you on because I know that for me, when I contacted Remixin, I had already been doing streaming and other stuff for a while. So for me, VTubing was not my entry into doing all of that. It was just another way by which I learned how to do it. But that throws the question over to you. You're trying to do streaming right now. Um, how did you get into this? Because I know that for yours, I was following your model getting made bit by bit just because me and Remixum were always talking, but we didn't interact much outside of the odd Twitter conversation.
Yeah, I know you because of Rima, so
It's the
yeah,
mutual knowledge of Remixin is why we're here.
yes, yes. So we know each other thanks to Rima, and I started YouTubing kinda thanks to Rima too, because she started doing this, and I was like, wow, it looks really interesting. Also, she showed me VTubers because we know each other for a long time,
Mhm.
like really, really long, and. She showed me at first Corona, and I was like, dude, what the fuck is this? And that's how I made this thing, this VTuber thing. I guess it's all. I don't know what to say more. I guess. I guess it's all about how I started. And I enjoy it, even if I'm not, I don't have a big audience. I will enjoy this community. I enjoy streaming and playing weird games on screens. It gives me a lot of fun, more than I expected, to be honest. And it's also my new hobby. Well, yeah, it's just like, as like said to you before, I'm kind of stressed out, just like as I was during my first. Are you there? Because I can't hear you and I don't know if you are here. Like you died. So this is now my stream. Hello everyone. Suris, Suris, please come back. Suris, where are you? Hello, our new overlord. Dude, I'm not from Germany. I'm from Poland. I can teach you Polish. I've got a stream open on my laptop, so I can use your Polish.
I just got back. Apparently, something started blowing up on Raz's computer, and we have no idea why. There's like a knocking sound in it, and I had to rush over there to figure out what was going on. I'm sorry.
No problem. I'm glad you're here. I was kind of scared.
I was like, what the fuck happened? I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. And you just blow away from the stream, just like I saw.
Yeah, no, I don't know what's wrong. I think that it might be something to do with... It sounds like one of the fans knocking, but we tried turning every single fan off, and it still was doing it, so I don't know. Possessed by a ghost, I guess, unfortunately.
Oh no, ghost, please!
It's going to kill everybody. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, but wait, you were saying about fans. Is it really hot there? Because and that's why you are using fans or something?
I mean, the computer has fans in it. Like, the computer has...
Okay.
Yeah, all computers have fans in them to keep them cool. And I think...
I know.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it's that.
Okay, I was thinking about other fans.
No, but we do have those everywhere, too. Because in Georgia, even now, it still gets really hot. So we still have to have fans going.
Oh my god, I kinda envy you, because here it's about 10 degrees of Celsius, so it's not really hot, it's kinda cold here.
I would really prefer that. We can trade weather. We can trade weather.
Okay, I'm in. So high temperature is there.
Yep, we'll just throw the Georgia weather over at you. I'll take Polish weather, and it'll just be a lot more comfy, because then I'll just bundle up. I'm very, very sure.
Because we sometimes have like minus 30 degrees of Celsius.
I know sometimes you do, but it's not all the time, so it's fine, right?
Oh, it's about January, but now when temperature everywhere is higher than usual, that maybe minus 20 degree. Also, I kind of missed the snow, because last year there was so less snow. When I was younger, like about 5 years, there was a lot of snow since about December to sometimes to April. Yeah, when it was Eastern, one time there was snow everywhere, and it was so weird. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, we unfortunately, snow here is something that we get once every 3 to 4 years, and even then, the type of snow that we get, if we get a wet snow, we're very, very lucky. Usually, we get the dry, crunchy snow that you can't make snowballs out of, you can't build snowmen out of. It's just there, and the layer is just tall enough to be an inconvenience, but not tall enough for you to like do anything fun with. It just kind of sucks.
That's sad. Yeah. Dry snow is the worst kind of snow. Only the wet one.
You can't do anything with it. It's just kind of there.
Yeah, it just looks fancy, but you can't do anything with it.
No, and it really does suck. But I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. At the very least, sometimes we do get snow at all, and I'm somewhat thankful for that when that happens. Somewhat. We live on a hill. I'm actually not very because we live at the near the bottom of a hill. If it starts to snow here, we're locked. We're locked in the house. We can't leave. None of the vehicles can make it out. They will all fall.
no. Oh my god. How do you live there?
Very carefully, but also remember, we just don't get snow that often. So, like, yes, but at the same time, it's not that bad. So don't you go where the huskies go, and don't you go where the huskies go, and don't you eat the yellow snow? Oh, it fucking song lyrics. What's that thing called snow? I don't know. If you live in Florida, that thing called snow is a myth. It's a fucking myth if you live there.
Do people in Florida even know what is snow?
So I can say, as somebody who grew up in Florida for 18 years, my conceptualization of snow was the little flurry that when it touched my skin, it immediately melted into water. That was snow.
Oh my god. So similar is in I guess Italy. There just snow isn't there in the whole year. And last year there was a blizzard. Can you imagine it? You don't know what is snow exactly because you don't have it. I mean, not in the whole Italy, but about Venezia and Rome. And there was a big blizzard, and people don't know how to. They didn't have any fireplaces or things to make your home warm because
there was no need.
They don't. Yes, and suddenly there's a big blizzard for a month, about a few weeks. I guess it was 2 or 3 weeks, and people just didn't know what to do. That was so fucked up.
That's so that's what happened here. We had a thing called the snowpocalypse happen in Atlanta. And it's when you say the snowpocalypse to anybody in Georgia, they're just like, "Oh yeah, no, I know exactly what that was." So same thing. We don't get a lot of snow here, like I said. So when we got hit with a huge blizzard, I want to say maybe 3 years ago? It was a few years ago. When this happened, there was no provision for anyone. Oh no, I think it was like 5 or 6 years ago. Because I was an employee at a gas station at that point. I was going to become a manager at Quick Trip. I was not quite a manager, but when that hit, there's a bunch of infrastructure that Georgia does not have for dealing, or did not have at that time for dealing with snow. We didn't have snow trucks, any type of plows or anything. We didn't have the ability to salt the roads. There was not a stockpile of road salt. So the entire highway for everywhere was locked down because it was impossible to drive, and the cities just didn't have any way to fix that. Power got shut off in a lot of places, and employees that were working at 24-hour stores, they got stuck working very, very long days, like 18 to 20-hour days, because it was impossible to bring in relief. But granted, they were some of the slowest days of their lives because, yeah, you couldn't get any relief in, but you couldn't get any customers in either. Nothing.
That it really sounds like some apocalypse. Like, oh my.
That's what it felt like. Like I remember distinctly. I had a friend who was working at Walmart at the time, and he didn't have any in hindsight, I don't know why I did this because it was kind of a pointless endeavor. But he didn't have food or anything like that while he was there. For some reason, my dumbass didn't consider the fact that he was living, or he was working in a Walmart, one of the easiest places to accumulate food from. But despite that, he's working there. He's trying to finish off a shift, and me, a friend of mine, and my partner at the time, we all go, hey, we're gonna go up and we're gonna make sure that they're okay. We can't drive there though. That is impossible. So I remember taking my Wii U, throwing it into a bag along with some beef jerky and some other snacks, and just some drinks, shoving that all in my backpack, and then going, okay, we're going snow hiking. And so we end up going, yeah, the 2014 North American winter storm. Yep, that was it. Snowpocalypse means something very different up here. Fair, but no, we started trekking through the snow to get to the Walmart. Got to the Walmart, and he's like, well, I still have an hour left of my shift. And I was like, that's fine. I went into the freaking customer service center, plugged up my Wii U, and just started playing. And I was just like, I can do this to pass the time. You'll be out of there eventually.
When now you're talking about this, it just sounds like a big adventure. But I can't believe that when you were doing this, it was just like fucking weird thing to survive. Just
I mean, it was the initial thing was like, I'm gonna go make sure my friend has food and shit because he's gonna be stuck, you know, in Walmart. Again, I don't know why it didn't fucking occur to me that, like, wait, he's in a Walmart, he could just buy food. There's no point for me bringing it here. There's none.
Yeah, I just was thinking about food, because if you can't go to any shop nearly, or you have to go snow hiking, it's really hard to get some food if you don't have anything, just like me. Yeah. No, I mean, I've got food now, but yesterday I haven't enough food for it, so...
I was about to say, did you not go shopping for food again? Because, like, literally on Twitter, I had to do that thing where I was just like, wait, did you not fucking get shit to take care of yourself again? This is like a thing that I see you post every couple days, like, oh shit, forgot to buy food again.
You know, once a week I sat with my roommate and we are talking about what to buy this week, and we are like, okay, so we're gonna go buy some food on perhaps Monday. But during Monday it appears like, oh shit, I've got studies. Oh my god, I have to go to work. And in the end of the day, we're too tired to go anywhere. And nearby our home, there is just few shops, like really small shops, and you can't buy everything there. And also, they are really expensive. So if you want to buy everything, you should go about 20 minutes by bus to Auchan, or it's like Walmart, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes us about 2 hours to do shopping for 1 week. Sometimes when we really don't have a time this week to buy something, we just order shopping. It's possible, but yesterday we were like, okay, we're going to buy something, but I was streaming lately, and before I was in my first job, then in my second job, and she was doing something, and we were like, just fuck it, we will go to the shop today. Yes, tomorrow, so today. And when I woke up, we were also tired, because why not? And I tried to order something, but I couldn't order anything for today, only for tomorrow. So yeah, we go shopping. But you know, I'm not starving when I don't have anything for it. Like, I have something, not nothing, but something like potatoes or some pasta.
So basically, you can keep yourself from being hungry. You're just not comfortable.
Yeah. Exactly.
It just, so I live in the middle of the woods, so like going out and getting any shopping done is an ordeal, because getting out of what constitutes my neighborhood, it takes a bit of time. It's not the worst thing in the world, though. But 2 hours, when you say 2 hours to do shopping, do you mean like traveling there and traveling back as well, or is that just like once you get there, that's how long it takes to get everything together?
We are 20 minutes to go to the shop, and then about 2 hours going there. Yeah, so whole thing takes about 3 hours, because you know, we are two women and we can't decide what to buy, even if we've got a list.
Jesus. The Chad Cool in the chat just like, y'all just hunt fucking deer. Okay, look. Crossbow season is, I think it actually just ended. I'll have to check, but I can't hunt any deer right now. unless they find their way onto my property, and I just happen to want them to get off of my property, and oopsie doopsie, I didn't realize that Bambi alivented. That was you know. But when you're hungry, that is always an option if you have to.
Is you live in the middle of the forest or something?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Like I can. It's hard to actually show because of where I'm sitting. But if I were to take, actually no, I need a longer wire for that. But if I were to like put my camera to my window, it's just trees. It's just trees out there. It's trees behind me. It's trees around me.
I know it might be really problematic to live there, but it sounds for me really cool. I used to live in the small hometown, and there was a lot of forest nearby, but not to live in the middle of the forest, just during the holidays or something like that. So yeah, I used to live in the middle of the forest for 2 days, and that was my only experience about this. Now I'm living in the big city.
I've done I've done living in the city, and I have to say, living in the city is a lot more expensive. I did prefer it though. If given the option, with infinite funds, I would prefer living in the city to where I live. But I'm very comfortable where I am. One of the things is I don't have to pay for water. That's great because we live on a well. Yeah, we just
I
we just have
see.
a well. That's how we get our water. So like on the bright side, free water. On the downside, it's got a lot of sulfur in it.
Oh, you can use to it, and that really sounds cool for me. I live in the big city because of my school, and now I'm working here. I'm learning here. Well, but I kind of missed for my hometown. It was so small. Well, not really small, not the smallest one, because it was, but there was so, how to say it. In the city, there's a lot of sky what? I
Skyscrapers?
forgot the word. Yeah, exactly. And where I used to live, there was just houses. I really missed it.
Yeah, I if you go down into Atlanta, that's where you start getting to where all the taller buildings, the skyscrapers and stuff are. That's so far removed from where I am. Like it's just for the longest time, we didn't actually have like a trash service out here. I just had to like dispose of everything by burning it. That was the option that I had for a little while. Um, it just it's a very different way of functioning, and I don't hate it. I don't. I like the convenience of having shops and stuff around me. That would be nice to go back to having. But it's not the worst thing in the world. Also, for anybody who's in chat, if you haven't already, hit the !collab command, and that will bring up Rayumi's YouTube channel, and you can pop over there and subscribe. I know that they started out with 32 subscribers when we began, and I'd like to see that number go higher. You guys could probably make that number go higher. That'd be a thing you could
Very
do.
much. Thank you. Also, I'm playing Simulacra now, so if you wanna see how I'm dying and on heart attack because of jump scares, so you are welcome.
Just don't end up doing what freaking Miss Lacuna did, and go through Resident Evil 2 and then just literally end up suffering from massive anxiety as a result. Just don't do that. So I've been subbed to Rayumi since day one, like a Chad. You are not the only one, Small Might, but okay. The benefit of having had conversations with Remixon where they're just like, hey, my friend's gonna be a VTuber. Like, that's cool. Click. But I guess that so I know that you said that your introduction to doing VTubing, doing any of that, was seeing what Remixon was doing, seeing their work. But what made you decide that you actually like wanted to do it? Was there some incentive that made you go, not only is this a cool thing and it looks neat, but I want to do it and I want to stream it. Like, what was the factor that made you make that decision?
I'm kind of forced to watch Hololive by someone. And
Is it a someone that I know?
maybe.
Okay, that makes sense now.
And at first I was like, dude, can you just stop showing me this? I know you like this, but can you just stop? I know it's weird. Can you just stop? And then when I was watching this, some clips or some streams, I was like, that's kind of cool right now. And I saw how Rima is freaking out about doing models and about being VTuber by herself, and I really liked it. And I was just like, well, maybe I can try it too. It looks really fun, and just why not just give it a shot? So that was kind of that was kind of potential. Oh my god, English, why are you doing this to me all the time?
Well, I can honestly say that I have some very negative experiences with the Polish language, but that has to do with somebody we also both know.
Why? What do you have with Grzegżuka? It's really
that's what I have with that. That probably explained a profane emotion in me that I did not know I had, and yeah, that's it. That is it right there.
Since you're asking me if I know Rima in real life, yeah, we saw each other a few times, but only a few times. So, Polish is one of the hardest words. Languages in the
it's just
word.
one word. No, Polish isn't a language. It's a single word, and you just chop bits off of it like a giant Subway sandwich, and you just use the bit that you need. Who is this person who hurt you so much? Gee, Remixon, I don't know. Who is this person who hurt me so much? Who potentially in this chat hurt me with Polish?
But Rime showed you only few problematic words, and wait, how it is. Jeez, complicated sentences like you've got in English buffalo, 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 or something like that. I know more.
But see, here's the thing, though. It's not just that Remixon brought in very complicated Polish. From what I understand now, that's just the whole language. It's just that, but it's that plus more. And it just keeps getting worse.
Yes, because when you got in English for number 2, you've got only 2 or twice, I guess.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Or second.
Yeah, so it's just 3 words, 2, second, twice. We've got about 20 words for this.
No.
Because in our language, every fucking word has a gender.
No, I'm done. I'm done. No, so freaking I look at it. I look at languages and I go, yeah, one of you are going to betray me this day. And English goes, is it me, Jesus? No, it's not you. Then I look at binary. Is it you? No, it's not. It's not you. But then fucking Polish comes along. Is it me, Jesus? And I just have to respond. Is it me, Jesus? Yes, you. You are the language that is betraying me merely by existing. Jesus.
Our language is really problematic also for non-binary persons, because we've got genders in words, and I guess it's not the only language where there is the problem, because Russian, German, German is never mind. French, Spanish. In Europe, most of languages have genders in every word, so we don't have a non-binary word. My friend has a non-binary friend in Polish, and they use prefix for it.
Because that's the closest thing they have.
Because yes, exactly. Because we are in Polish, in Poland. When you don't know about the gender, you just use he pronouns. I don't know why, but every time when when we learn some text and you don't know the author, you just say he. It's normal for us.
That's not. I want to say that Spanish is kind of the same way with that, but I'm yeah. Nightbo just pointed out that's the same way it is in Spanish, which coincidentally is like the only language you can learn when you're in the South. Like when you look at a class in school and they're like, yeah, you can take you can take more English classes, which is fine. If you want a secondary language, you can take Spanish. That's all, just Spanish. It's all Spanish.
Only Spanish?
Pretty much. I mean, it makes sense.
So you're learning only English and Spanish?
In school, we exclusively learn English, and we can elect to learn Spanish. Usually, if you go into like more northern schools, it's a little different. You can get French classes and stuff a little easier. But in the South, there's a lot of just Spanish is one of the only ones that they allow, and that's because we are right next to the Mexican border. So Spanish is the language of people who are going to be crossing over from there. It's most likely to be the more useful language for you to use yourself. So we get a lot of that. And it's not that way with all schools, but for mine, that's what it was. With the school that I went to, it literally was like, yeah, you get Spanish. That's it. I just didn't want to learn it, so I ended up just going, yeah, my secondary language was binary because I was learning programming, and they somehow accepted that.
So in Poland, you have to learn English since you are 6 years old, because in kindergarten we learn English, and you learn English until you finish your school. Sometimes on the university too, but it depends. And now we don't have a middle school, but when you are about, I guess, 12, 13, in most school you can choose German and Russian, and only German or Russian. But for about, I don't know, 2-3 years ago, most schools try to teach more languages, so you can sometimes choose Spanish or Italian. I guess in one school nearby my hometown was French, but it's really unusual for our school to teach other languages than Russian and German, which is also because of our history. Yeah, we have got Russia and German on our borders, and when you go to the west, more people in there know German because there was Germany someday.
I mean, there's certainly a reason that Germany got its hands in a lot of other countries once upon a time. We try not to talk about when that happened.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about this, but in Poland language, there's in the middle you just say Polish, but on the west people use weird words, even for me, because it's from German, but it's in Polish, so it's not German and not Polish. It's just something between it.
It's just something between. So it's kind of like how in English we kind of appropriate words from other languages, and they just can become English words at that point.
Yeah.
We don't have a word for enjoying the misfortune of others. We don't have a perfect word for that. That matches that anywhere near as much as the word Schadenfreude. So most people in English now just know the word Schadenfreude. from German. It's taking
What
pleasure
does
in
it
other people's
mean?
taking pleasure in other people's pain. It's a German word.
Ah, okay. Oh my fucking god, what a weird word. So yeah, and we've got some too. Most of our
Also, Lady Howl,
words
hello
are
to you too.
from
Sorry, they did
most
a
of our
binary.
words are yeah, okay. uh they're from French, English, or not Italian. I'm Latin. Yeah, Latin, am I right? Before Italian. Yeah, Latin.
Wait, do you have? So you guys actually do have classes sometimes where you learn Latin, then, right?
No. I mean, in our languages, there are a lot of words from those languages.
Oh, okay, that are just like taken from.
Yeah. But you're kind of right, because my mom, she's about 60 years old now, so she used to learn Latin in her school, because there was a time when they didn't learn English. When you try to talk in English with older people, like about 40 and higher, they don't know English. They only know Russian or German, because it was a language they had to know. And most of them also know Latin. Because in our school, like now, you have to learn English and some other language. In those times, you had to learn German or Russian, it depends on school, and other language, which was Latin. I don't know why, because it's that language, but there was classes for Latin.
We have Latin classes as well. Like, not, I don't remember there being any in my school. The only ones that I remember were the Spanish ones. But I know that in college you can take Latin. Despite it being a dead language, there is, especially if you're wanting to learn about linguistics, not just learn different languages, but learn like the history about how they're structured. There's a lot of roots for various languages that come from Latin, so it makes sense that you'd still learn it. Like, even with it being a dead language, knowing the language helps a lot there. Also, the way that when we do like scientific classifications of animals, we tend to also use Latin words for that too, for some reason. I don't know the actual reason why we do that, but I know it's a thing we do. I don't know. Maybe there's just a bunch of pompous ivory tower scientists at some place that are just like, we're using Latin for that one. Why? I don't know.
Perhaps. Perhaps. I see Diamond Flout said that learn Latin because Catholics, and yeah, it's kind of true, because Poland is Catholic country for some reason, and in churches they use Latin sometimes during some fancy ceremonies. They say prayers in Latin.
So it makes sense for them to know the language, because they're literally going to be using it in. I mean, if you're a bishop, what is functionally your job? Like, really, it's functionally your job.
Yeah, it's normal for lawyers, priests, and doctors to know Latin, but there was a time when everybody knew it, so that was really strange, because it's fucked up languages in even more than Polish for me.
Yeah, I'm the only language that I really, because and I've tried a couple of times. I've tried a handful of times. And I might try again at some point. I might try learning ASL again. It would mark the third time that I've attempted and maybe failed at learning it. And I don't know, but that's the only extra language that I think I want to try to learn. I just don't know when I'm going to end up using it that much. I wish I had learned it a long time ago, because there was a camp that I went to when I was a kid, called the Bill Rice Camp for the deaf, and so like half the kids there were deaf and half the kids there weren't, and it was really hard to communicate with all of the kids there that were deaf when I didn't know sign language. But
yeah, it's really hard, and I agree with you. But it's also interesting language. I tried to learn PSL, I guess it would be.
Oh, Polish sign
But
language?
I also knew, yeah, I also knew alphabet, and the priest taught me, so I also knew how to say peace and good, and I belong to God, something like that.
All those things that you learn from. I mean, it makes sense that those would be the phrases that they would teach you. It just makes sense.
Yeah,
What things is the priest going to teach you when it comes to language? Well, probably the ones that say I'm subservient to a deity. Those are probably the ones.
it might be a big surprise for you, but I'm a Catholic person
Hey, fair enough.
also. But now I've got some problems with myself and with the church, so I don't want to talk about it. But I used to be in group which was led by the priest, and he was teaching us a few things about Bible, and we were playing games also with him because he was really good with this. But after that, like I ended school, he was moved to other city, and blah blah blah. I discovered that I'm not straight.
Which
There
can
was
create a bit
some
of a
problem
problem.
with it. Yes, I was. I talked with my priest about it. That was kind of weird,
Lena Beatties, thank you very much for
but
redeeming your place for it. Oh well.
I really wanted
Oh well.
to have a confession with him, and I tell him about everything, and because he really knows me and he know everything about me, I used to set him, and then he was like, okay, but do you know that it's just an ill, you can.
Wait, did
And
he
I
did
was
he
like,
did he
no.
really just try to go? You could cure it. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh my
yeah. He
god.
said that he can find me some specialist from church. He can help me, but I was like,
He's
no.
literally going, we can take you through conversion therapy. It's
Yes,
okay. Like, no, that is one of the
yes,
most
and
abusive practices.
yes, and I said him that I don't really want this, but I think about it. Okay, I'll think about it. And he was like, okay, so think about it, and I'll pray for you. This was one of most uncomfortable talk with him. But I know he wanted good for me, but it was so strange for me that he just said it's an ill.
That's that's a thing that you end. So you're familiar with what I do on my main channel. So like
Yeah.
I'm used to having those awkward conversations where they try to go like homosexuality's an illness of the mind. You're just like, no, it's not. Define illness of the mind. They just like they can't really define like what makes it a disease or what makes it an illness. They just have to like have this very vapid defense for why they think it's gross. And then you just end up going, okay. If you can't define why it's an illness, we can agree that you don't know what you're talking about. And if you don't know what you're talking about, we can agree that I just don't need to listen to you.
Yeah, but what is good about this confession that he didn't reject me? He was just like, "That's okay, you can be cured," but he didn't talk about this much. Just he suggested me, and when I said I don't wanna, he said that's okay, and there's nothing weird with this, but think about it, please. And I still like you. We can still be some kind of friends. So that was really good for him.
I mean
But
that's
also
fair.
some.
I'd say that there's a hint of bad in that though too, because like it's like when somebody goes when somebody's like, okay, I still love you, I just don't love, and they like list this giant list of things, and it ultimately ends up making up a good portion of your personality, and you're just like, okay, so what about me do you like?
Yes. Yes.
Like, but I've had similar, like, not necessarily with sexuality, because the only weird thing about me is that I'm polyamorous and demi, so like that's a part that sometimes takes people a little bit of time to accept. And there are people in my family who just don't know that that's the case. Despite if any of them like watched my channel, it would be nightmarishly obvious to them very quickly. But I mean, that's on them for not literally going to the place where I publicly talk about everything to figure that shit out. That's on them at that point.
Yeah. No, when I first saw you, I didn't know you were a man because Rima just showed me your model and was like, "Look at this chick," and I was like, "Hmm."
Look at this
And
character.
Yeah, and then she sent me your Twitch channel, and I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna check it." And wait, why there's a male voice? What the fuck?
That's a fairly normal reaction when it comes to my channel, though. Like that's what's funny. Like that began as a joke originally. Because I was like, okay, you guys want to keep on drawing boobs on my character? What if I put the boobs on there myself? And by me, I can't draw, so by me I mean pay Remixin to do it. But when after that has happened, there's a bunch of advantages that I found. It's very easy for me now when I'm streaming. If somebody comes in and goes, "What the fuck is that voice?" That's like the first indicator that, oh, that's somebody in chat that I either just don't have to pay attention to, or I can have fun with. So what I've done sometimes is, like, when somebody comes in and they start acting like really, really disgusted, I'm just like, wow, you're really mad and horny and mad that you're horny. That's your problem.
So weird.
It's a thing where, like, if somebody's gonna come in and they're gonna try to, like, because, like, let's pretend that I was trans for a second. If I was trans, that would be a moment of dysphoria for me, probably. Somebody coming in and, like, trying to shit on my voice. Luckily for me, I'm not in this situation, so I'm in a unique position to just make fun of that person and make fun of them a lot. Remixon says they came to the stream to fix issues, heard your voice, froze for a second, and then proceeded to continue to fix the issues. Jeebus. Bon saying when I made the first model.
What is this strange sound?
That is Growlithe. She is being quite... Growlithe, is there something you want to tell me?
Oh, it's a dog.
Yeah, it's Growlithe. It's my pupper. Okay, Growlithe, what are you trying to tell me? Are you trying to tell me you gotta go out? You have to go outside? Is that what you gotta do, girl? You gotta talk to me. You gotta talk to me.
I'm not sure if it's gonna talk to you.
Oh, she's doing it right now. It's if I say outside and she starts responding with the murmurs and the growls, it's like, okay, that's a yes, you do need to go. So I'm gonna do that very quickly, and then I'll be right back. Come on, guys. There we go. Puppers are outside and very happy now. At least I assume so.
I suppose she's not really happy that she can't go for a walk with you now.
No, she has to do it out there, but she's got Chip with her, so she's not lonely. She'll be fine. She'll be okay. I like how two of the four people who have done models for me in the chat, just Rivixen and Bon is like, yep, no, we had the same experience. We're like, yep, model's a chick. That's weird. Oh well, it's fine. It has been a very fun ride despite all of the weirdness that has come from it.
I suppose.
Well, fun for me. Weirds everybody else out, but that's still fun for me.
Yeah, why not?
But I guess the next thing, so you were being we'll go ahead and because there's a particular person in the chat, we'll go ahead and call it force-fed Hololive for a while. And then you ended up going, okay, this is the thing I want to do.
Yeah, exactly. It was like Stockholm syndrome. I guess it's like in English, Stockholm.
Oh my
Well, yes.
god. I mean, yes, that is the right word for it for this situation. Um, so not only are they a war criminal, but they force somebody to have Stockholm Wow. Wow. That is a rap sheet if I've ever heard one.
But it was also kind of, well, not kinda. It was my decision, you know.
I mean, that's what they all say pre-therapy, yes.
Yes.
just like I'm sure after some time speaking to a therapist, one that's not from your parish, hopefully, they'll just be like, no, you don't understand. You were coerced into this. Oh my god! But I did have to say for the amount of time that you have been VTubing now, because it's been a couple of months now since you got your model done. How do you feel about it so far? Like, how do you feel about where your channel is, how your live streams have gone, what all kinds of things have you done so far?
So it's about 2 months now, I guess, because I started the streaming at the 1st September.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be 2 months soon. And well, I really like it. I don't have a big audience, but now I don't care about it. I was kind of sad for a few streams, but I was like, okay, I can't give up. Because why should I? I just want to try it. I want to see if it's fun, and maybe people will come or not. I shouldn't care about this. Also, Rima is coming and support me, and I try to support her because it really matter for me. Also, you come sometimes, which is really I really appreciate it, and Small Might and some other friends of mine. And I see some new face, I am so happy when I see somebody new that they just like to come for here and see how I'm doing, what am I playing, and
Whether or
just
not you're
talk with
stuffing
me.
yourself in a pumpkin at that time.
Yes. Also, I don't know if you know what a weird sentence, but I started bleeding on my last stream.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was playing Simulacra and suddenly I was like, oh, there's blood. Sorry, guys. I started bleeding from my nose.
The game is haunted. It's trying to possess you. The nosebleed is the first step.
Yeah, exactly. And one of my viewers just was like, what? Is everything good with you? Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm just bleeding.
Yeah,
It's
that's normal.
okay. I'm fine. It's just
Yeah.
blood leaking from my nose and face. I'll be all right. The horror game's not trying to kill me IRL or anything.
There wasn't a lot of blood, but I had to find tissue, and I was like, sorry guys, 2 minutes break.
Never look at Tulip
She
in
was
the eye.
Ellen Coyote. Thank you very much for the follow. But yeah, no, with the one that I tuned into, I don't remember what the game was called. It felt very very visual novel. Let me look through real quick and see if I can see which one it was that you were playing. Zero Escape, I want to say.
Yeah, not the Nonary games, Zero Escape.
Yeah, I was the story in that. I don't want to get too very much into it over here, but I was enjoying the story, and apparently the fact that like at random points the game will just go, and we're ending now. You fucked up. You're gonna die.
Exactly. And Rima sent me because Rima not forced. Rima showed me this game, and she said to me after those stream that you have to collect it all endings to have true ending, right?
Ah, yeah, that's I think that's when I made my comment where I'm just like, this is like that one game, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yes. I have to find all, I guess, 5 or 6 endings to have the true one. Oh my god. And I was really surprised that it's the end of the game. Because I know the game is for about 20 hours and I played it about maybe 6 and surprised the ending. I didn't realize I have to collect every ending.
Gotcha. It said random, Alpazin says random, standard visual novel stuff. Random choices, except you only have one good choice. I mean, that's pretty normal,
Yes!
though. That's pretty normal.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the same in Simulacra. If you want to have a good ending, I suppose, or true ending, you have to collect good and bad. Yeah. There's no true ending if you haven't got a bad and good ending. That's kind of sucks.
Yeah, but, I mean, at the same time, though, like, those stories are built in such a way where they're asking you to experience their narrative from multiple angles, so it's not the worst thing in the world.
It's better than Simulacra because when you are playing this game like again, you don't see same stuffs because there are a lot of escape rooms.
Mhm.
And if you want the other ending, you just have to do other escape room than you've done last time. So it's okay. New story, new things, new everything is new. But I suppose in Simulacra you have to play whole game again. I might be wrong, but it looks for me like I will have to play whole game again. And this is what I'm afraid of.
Well, hopefully, it doesn't end up being quite that bad. I know that that was one of my that's my issue with any game that has the multiple ending things, because it's like, it's not that I didn't like playing the game the first time, it's that I don't know if I want to play the game 6 times. But I know that when you were showing off Zero Escape, it does actually like let you go back to the exact like branches in the story.
Yeah, you can choose when you want to play, which escape room you want to do. So it's cool for it because you don't have to play this game 6 times.
Mm-hmm.
You actually just discover new things and a new part of the story because every escape room you do it with other people, and those people say something new for you which you haven't known for now. Sometimes it just looks like stuff of bullshit, like, oh, Junpei, there's a ghost here or something like that. But no, I guess it's not just a bullshit. It might be really important after that whole thing. I hope there wouldn't be a big test of who said there's a ghost.
I mean, if you ever go through and play any old N64 games, that is exactly what they do in Banjo-Kazooie. The ending of the game is a giant quiz board. The final boss is sitting on the other end, and they're just announcing to you, if you want to get to me, if you want to beat me, then you're going to have to run across this game board, and you're going to be asked questions about the game you were playing, and every single thing, like a random ass sound you heard once in a level somewhere, they're going to ask you about that sound and go, so what level was it in?
Oh, fucking God. Oh.
Down to there's an NPC in the game called Brentilda, who's the sister of the antagonist of the game, and she has randomized dialogue, but she tells you little facts about the villain, and some of the question spaces are asking you about those facts about the villain, and the answers change every time you boot up a game save. So you have to actually physically write those answers down, or just have to, like, guess the answer when you get to that portion of the game board. Or do what I did and skip as many of them as possible, because I don't have time for that.
I thought my mature exam was difficult, but I see there's some more difficult stuff, like fucking game. Oh my God.
Apparently. I mean, otherwise, highly recommend that game. It's wonderful. You should definitely play it on stream some point. But also, remember every little thing that happens.
Can you repeat the title?
It's Banjo-Kazooie. It's a Nintendo 64 game, but if you've got a Nintendo Switch, they
Yeah.
the online service for the Switch is going to have it on as one of the, like, 'cause you know how like you have the NES and Super Nintendo games you get for free by having the online service? They're putting it on the online they're putting Banjo-Kazooie for the N64 on the online service later. So like,
So you can play it on Xbox 360.
yes, you can get it on the Xbox 360 as well.
I've got that Xbox.
There you go. Just do it that way. But yeah, it is it's a very good game. I'd highly recommend it. Just, you know, don't forget things. The game will hurt you for forgetting things.
No. Oh no. Well, I can't stream from my Nintendo Switch because I've got the light version. But maybe from Xbox.
You should be able to if you have a capture card.
And here's the problem, you know.
The problem is the lack of capture card.
Yeah, but capture card isn't cheap here. But maybe I find some other way.
Doesn't Banjo-Kazooie also delete your save if you cheat? It'll threaten to. It's not guaranteed. Oh yeah, no, wait, no. There is a thing, if memory serves, where there's an NPC you can piss off enough where they'll delete your save data. But the likelihood of it happening is really, really low. But that's just off my memory. I could be wrong.
See you later. Now I don't have time for it, I guess, for looking this game and find way to stream it. But later, after doing my homework for school.
Like, it certainly don't make it a priority. Don't just go like, aha,
Yeah.
the random YouTuber suggested it, so I have to do it. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, I've got problems with my priorities. Like I was saying about a few hours ago, I have to do my homework for school, and it's about 7 p.m. and I still haven't done it.
Dragonquill says, how the fuck do you cheat in Banjo? There is literally a book in the game called Cheeto who gives you cheat codes. All cheating in Banjo is done the same way. You go to Treasure Trove Cove and you slam codes in. Yeah, there's canonical cheating in Banjo, but there's also, like, there's other weird stuff as well. There's a bunch of hidden stuff in that game. But regardless, we have probably just a few more minutes left. I want to say again for anybody in chat, if you have not gone and subscribed to Rayumi yet, please consider doing so. I'm literally, you cannot miss the link to their channel. It's impossible at this point. I have put it in there enough to where Twitch is going to ban me from my own chat.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
No problem. So with the little bit of time we've left, I'll just give you the floor. Anything that you want to say to chat, anything you might want to say about yourself, anything. It really does not matter. It can be random as hell. Go ahead and do so before we close out.
Wow, you've given me so much choices.
Now
It's
now
hard.
you're like a deer in the headlights.
Oh my god. Chat, what do you want to know from me?
We just throw it like just
I-
get random questions. Okay, so you guys chat. You guys have about a minute to throw any particular question that you might have out. Do it, and then we will see if we can get to it before we are over here, because I still have really, really dumb editing to get to. I don't like editing on stream. Said speed run Q&A. Alpison asked, how long have you known Remixin?
5 years.
About 5 years? Fair enough. And then possibly Zoe asks, Owo or the wrong one?
There's no wrong one. Both are good.
All right, and that you're getting deleted from the Discord server. That was quick. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, well.
Lord Blegg says, are there free tacos?
No.
Sorry, Blegg.
I haven't eaten tacos even, so there's no free tacos for anybody.
No free tacos for anyone ever. Not even on Tuesday. Sorry, guys. Blow stick. Okay. One other one. This one's from Quetham. For marshmallows, small or traditional size?
Traditional size, but only on fireplace. Not fireplace. Oh, you know what I mean.
Oh, like toasted marshmallows.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And, Black, no, we're not answering that one. Your refrigerator's running. Maybe you should go catch it. Not doing that today.
I'm gonna check if it's running, okay?
Oh, no.
But how? Maybe it's running away from my kitchen.
Rayumi has left the chat.
Yeah, so I have to find my refrigerator because perhaps it just tried to jump through the window and it's kind of high here.
Oh dear. With that said, again, thank you for hopping on. I really do appreciate it. I've still got like 6 days of this subathon to go.
Oh my fucking god. If you want to suffer more Polish or some other stuff, which I wrote to you before, just, write me, okay? You've got 6 more days for it.
Yes. Yes, I do. And that is exactly why I'm not doing any of those things.
Okay, so goodbye, everyone. Thank you for listening to me, and thank you, Suris, for talk. And remember, Grzegorzołka is really cool word. Also, Grzegorz Brzęczyszczykiewicz is bless you. Bye bye.
And with that said, I'm suddenly suffering from PTSD thanks to Remixin, the war criminal. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. It really means a lot to me. If you want access to behind-the-scenes content for the channel, please consider checking out my Patreon. I do weekly vlogs over there, where I give real-life updates to what's going on behind the scenes on the channel, stuff that you don't really get over here, and even on Twitch. Patreon also helps the channel's stability a whole lot. Without Patreon, I wouldn't be able to do this at all. Especially with the kind of content that I do, neither YouTube nor Twitch are the most stable sources of income. If you are a $20 and up patron, then you will be featured on the ending slides as shown in the beginning of the end credits. If you want to catch the streams where all this content comes from, then consider heading over to Twitch and following. And if you want to continue watching over here on YouTube, maybe consider clicking one of the end screen videos. And once again, I want to thank you so much for spending your time with me over on my channel. I wouldn't be able to do literally anything that I'm doing over here on YouTube without each and every one of you. So, thank you.